Good day, dear instructor. In today's presentation, I'm going to talk about Primary 6 Motivation Support Plan, and it's developed by I. John Zande, the course edu 5240-01, creating positive classroom environments, dated on 29th July 2026. In my next slide, it's about introduction. This presentation outlines a comprehensive Primary 6 motivation support plan designed to foster academic success, foster behavior, and student engagement. And it examines the following. One, the influence of teacher expectation on student achievement, strategies for building student self-efficacy, cognitive behavior and structural support for learning, an integrated classroom plan that creates a positive and productive learning environment. And research constantly shows that students are more likely to succeed when teachers communicate high expectations, establish supportive learning environments, and provide meaningful opportunities for growth, as is seen by Aristotle 2010 and Samson 2018. Let's come and talk about the third slide, which is all about the teacher expectation and the Pygmalion effect. Teacher expectation influence students' confidence and then academic achievement, classroom behavior, motivation to learn, student participation. The Pygmalion effect explains that students often perform at the level teachers expect because teacher beliefs influence interaction, instructional practice, and feedback. Teachers who expect success ask high order questions, give richer feedback, and also offer additional learning opportunities. In my next slide is looking at applying the Pygmalion effect in my primary 6 classroom. I will ensure that I communicate that every learner can succeed in spite of learning disabilities or social background. Next is that I will also learn every student's strength and use encouraging language daily, like John, you can improve, uh, provide equitable participation opportunities, also collaborate improvement as well as achievement. Expect outcomes of this is increased confidence and improved participation. Also look at high academic achievement, strong classroom relationships. And in my next slide is looking at building student self-efficacy, developing confidence among learners. Self-efficacy refers to students' ability, belief that they can succeed. This is supported by bundle of 1997, and the strategies include: one, breaking complex tasks into manageable steps using formative assessment, offering descriptive feedback, teaching goal setting. Students with strong self-efficacy have the following features: one, persist through challenges, participate more effectively, show greater resilience, and also take ownership of learning. This is also supported by the Graph Warren of 2019. In my next slide is looking at the communicating high academic and behavioral expectations. Students perform best when expectations are: one, clear; two, consistent; three, fair; four, explicitly taught. In academic expectations, we see complete quality work, participate actively, demonstrate critical thinking, persevere through challenges, tasks, and on behavior expectation, we look at respect for others, classroom uh, classroom routines, demonstrating responsibilities, work cooperatively, and when these constant modeling and positive reinforcement help students internalize these expectations. In my next slide, we're looking at the cognitive support for learning. Cognitive support include teacher modeling, guided practice, differentiated instruction, formative assessment. These support reduced cognitive overload while helping students gradually become independent learners. In my next slide is looking at behavioral support for learning, promoting positive behavior. Behavioral support include teacher classroom expectations, positive behavior intervention and support, which is in bracket we call PBIS. Praise and recognition and self-monitoring checklist. Positive teacher-student relationship benefit in the following ways. One, increased engagement. Next, improved classroom climate. And the other one is strong student responsibility. This is also supported by Jackson, Hartlip, and Stafford of 2019. In my next slide is talking about structural support for learning. Effective structural support include 1. Predictable classroom routines. 2. Clear daily schedules. 3. Well-organized classroom layout. 4. Accessible learning materials. 5. Cooperative learning groups. These structure reduce certainty and maximize learning time. This is supported by the KIRA of 2020. In my next slide is looking at the integrated P6 motivation support plan, which includes high teacher expectation. We have believe that every learner can succeed. In self-efficacy, we have build confidence through success experiences. Then cognitive support, we have scaffolding learning. In differentiated instruction. In behavior supports, we have reinforced positive behavior, teacher self-regulation, and in structural support, we have maintain routines, create an organized classroom environment, and these approaches promote a safe, inclusive, motivated, and academically rigorous classroom. In my next slide is looking at conclusions. In conclusion, I look at the high expectations, positive teachers' beliefs, strong student self-efficacy, effective instructional sports, positive behavior sports, and structural learning environments. When these strategies work together, students become motivated, resilient, responsible learners who are prepared to achieve their academic potential. In my next slide is looking at the references where this information has been extracted. Thank you very much for listening, and please have a good day.